What's going on? It's she, the Wise. Welcome back and Happy New Year. Welcome back into the lair though. It has been a whole year since we streamed. I know, it's crazy, right? Whole year. And a whole year since the Book of Boba dropped. But I want to talk about the Book of Boba and some of the stuff that we kind of got out of the episode and some revelations behind the episode and behind the scenes of what we got in that. And then I want to talk about some of the latest Star Wars news, including some certain things that we found out about the Acolyte. So let's get into the lair and let's talk about it. Let's go. Welcome back in, guys. So let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett, because I mean, we did the whole stream the night the episode came out and we kind of talked about it then, but I've kind of had some time to digest it, hear from fans, and kind of dig deep on some of the stuff that was hidden in the episode. So I did want to talk about some of that stuff with you guys, and then I want to talk about the importance of a very important key scene, I think, in that first episode. But first, I did want to tell you guys, the Tusken Raider child from the first episode apparently has a very extensive role, and he basically went on to say that he learned ASL for it and had this big post on Instagram that was really kind of cute. His name is Wesley Kimmel, and I believe he is the nephew of Jimmy Kimmel, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of cool. But basically, that kid was the kid Tusken Raider, and it was really cool to see him, and it sounds like we're going to get a lot more of that kid in at least the next couple of episodes, which is cool. I thought that was kind of a fun character, and I don't know. I'm interested to see more in that character. In terms of other little things, though, the Rhodian Prisoner. Of course, we're getting it all into the Boba Fett details. If you haven't seen the first episode, I don't know what you're doing here. I'm sorry. But that Red Rhodian that we see as a prisoner was actually voiced by none other than Sam Witwer himself. Sam Witwer was the guy that played the voice of Darth Maul and Sidious in various Star Wars things, as well as being Starkiller in the Force Unleashed saga, and being the likeness and voice of him. So I really like Sam Witwer, thought that was a cool fact. And then the last thing I'll kind of say for the end there, in terms of that stuff, so I do want to get into this very important scene. So the very start of the Book of Boba Fett, a lot of people kind of were predicting that we were going to see him escape from the Sarlacc pit. And while we did see that basically at the very beginning, there were a few scenes before that really started the show. And the very first two scenes that we see with him with the flashbacks was shots of Geonosis and him kind of, walking back to his father's helmet and picking it up. And we get some new footage of him kind of looking at the helmet in a close-up shot. And then we also see Kamino. And while I think, most people will probably be like, oh, those are cool, like nods and the flashbacks and just kind of something that is kind of, there and a cool thing, but it's kind of overlooked a little bit. I think it's going to have a little bit more significance. These were the first shots of the show, and it really depicts like he grew up and has still a connection with Kamino, even though he hasn't been there in probably forever. And then, of course, his bond with his father that was cut short with his father, being decapitated. So I think there's some real importance there. And apparently we found out a lot of the footage that they used for that scene, even though it, was a couple of seconds, was repurposed from Attack of the Clones. So that is actually Daniel Logan for a couple of those shots. So technically Daniel Logan made it into the Book of Boba Fett. Let's go. But I still want to see, new footage of him in the Book of Boba. And I tweeted at Daniel Logan and some comments and stuff and said basically like, because he tweeted out that that was, him actually in some repurposed footage. And I said, so when are we going to see some new footage of you in the Book of Boba? And he liked it. So he's not probably going to be in it other than that little scene. But it was really cool that they did manage to get Daniel Logan into the episode and into the Book of Boba Fett. So I loved that. I thought it was freaking awesome. And in terms of the importance of that scene, now I do think, like, obviously the flashbacks are there to kind of fill in gaps and give us more information, but with stuff like that, it kind of is there to show you, like, he's having flashbacks of traumatic experiences, and I think honestly it kind of ties into like, he's getting out of the Sarlacc, but also like he's still probably not over the fact of what happened to his father, and I'm sure he still would love to kill Mace Windu if he got his hands on him. And I think honestly this little tiny split second of a scene could be hinting to that. Either maybe down the line he already fought Mace Windu and found him, and Mace Windu lives, of course. Or maybe we're gonna see Mace Windu even in this show, although I kind of doubt it, and don't get your hopes up. But I just think it is, very interesting they started off this show with those two first scenes, and I honestly loved it as well. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think there is any possibility of that? I wanted to do a quick stream and kind of get your guys' thoughts on that, and then talk to you about it a little bit. So let me know in the chat. And I'm going to pull up some other stuff because I do want to talk about the Acolyte as well, because there's some new information on that show, which we haven't really had too much information on the Acolyte lately. So it's good to get some new stuff. What do you think in the chat, though? Do you think it's possible we could see Mace Windu in this show? Let me know. Let's do a poll. Could Mace Windu be in Book of Boba? Yes or no? Let's ask the community. Let me know what you guys think. Let's see. What's up, Jason Strope? Dude, trust me, bro. RF Gaming. And the big homie Tim. What's up? Your friendly neighborhood Green Bear as well. How's it going, guys? Hey, happy New Year's again. Big ups in 2022. I think we're going to have a big year this year. Star Wars is about to have a great season, man. 2022 is Star Wars year. As much as Marvel's been killing it the past like decade and a half at this point, this is Star Wars year, man. I think we got this. Jason Strope says, I love how they gave us Patton Oswalt's dream reveal of Boba. Yeah. We better see Mace. we better see Mace. Now we might not though. We better, because if we don't, I don't want everybody raging, because I'm be raging inside as it is. Tim says, let's not forget that Daniel Logan for the under the helmet thing too. Yes, I'm telling you, there's got to be something. Like, bring him back. Your friendly neighborhood Green Bear says, bro, the biker speeder game inking up that homestead with the symbol while Boba and youngling Sand Kid watched has to mean something. What's your take, my guy? Very interesting. I think, honestly, if I have any kind of take on that scene with the biker gang and, when they were kind of painting up what looks to be a J and L, I don't think it is a JL. I don't think that's actually what it is. I'm going to say that first. And it doesn't see, I don't think it's any Arabic letters either. It might just be the symbol of that gang or whoever they are. Maybe they're even marking it up to say these people are traitors or something. I think it's possible that these dudes could have worked for Jabba at one point, or they were maybe the Red Key Raiders or something. Obviously, this is after Jabba would have died, so there's probably a lot of chaos going on Tatooine as it is at this point, which might be part of the reason why Boba wanted to help take over and become that crime lord, right? That's an excellent question, though. I honestly don't know who they could be. Maybe it is Red Key Raiders, but it could be people collecting tax even on maybe, these people could work for the mayor, and maybe they're collecting moisture tax as, water and moisture is very, rare to be found on Tatooine. So that's why moisture farmers exist in the first place. And it does seem this homestead might be a moisture farm, just like the Lars homestead is. So it's possible these dudes are collecting moisture tax and these people didn't have enough to pay or what have you. And they're just kind of taking out these dudes, and Boba kind of sees it and wants to make Tatooine a better place or something. I think that's kind of where I'm at, though, because, he wants to rule with respect. I do think, a lot of the character we've seen of Boba in this first episode really calls back to how his father kind of raised him in Attack of the Clones and how he behaves in the Clone Wars episodes that we see him. Because he is, there's more to him than just this brute bad guy bounty hunter, How's it going, HOAMC President? Goku hate? Oh, Goku, ha. RF Gaming Channel says it's a JL. They're supporters of Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's what I thought too, man. It definitely has to be, right? They made their way into Star Wars. How crazy is that? Water tax. Yes, definitely water tax. Give me one sec. My bad. What else is we saying in the chat? Hey, great question though, Green Bear. Thanks for asking that. So do you guys want to talk about we could talk about the Acolyte for a little bit. It's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today, but I did want to kind of talk about those two scenes with Camino and Geonosis in particular, and kind of get your guys' takes. So whatever else you guys want to talk about in the chat within that, let me know. And then we'll probably get into an Acolyte article real quick and then call it a day. But I do want to say, as Star Wars is ramping up in 2022, Sheev the Wise and Vader's Lair is going to be ramping up as well. So definitely make sure to subscribe for more Star Wars content in the future that's going to be like this. And, it's going to get better as we progress. And make sure to smash the like button if you do enjoy these streams. Thank you for being here. So, what is we seeing in the chat? Make sure definitely to join Vader's Lair Discord as well to talk about Star Wars with other fans that love it just like you do. Okay, Acolyte, what happened? Oh, I'll talk about it in a second. Kylie says it's 2022, the year for Star Wars. Heck yeah, and it's only the first couple of days, so let's get it. Matthew Cruz said, sup, kinfolk? What up, Matthew Cruz? How's it doing? Your friendly neighborhood Green Bear says she hates the Boba soundtrack. I think it's lit. The Boba soundtrack is lit so far. How's it going, Sozu? Okay, so I do want to get into this Acolyte article real quick from the Bespin Bulletin, and I want to bring up one other little thing, and then we're going to finish it off with some other news and talk about that as well. So the Acolyte stuff I wanted to talk about. The first thing, I don't think I can bring up the actual thingy I'm here talking about, but I do want to look at it and talk to you guys about what it says. So this is kind of a filming thing posted from November 11th, 2021. Before we get into this Acolyte article, and this kind of says, it basically gives us a look at the shooting production list and cast and whatnot for Star Wars The Acolyte. And so it says, status is May 2022, location London. Pretty important stuff here. Producers, obviously Kathleen Kennedy, writer and producer Leslie Headland, and all that stuff. It talks about the locations for it. Disney UK 3 Queen. Gives us all the stuff for it, basically. And at the bottom here, it gives us kind of a description of the series, saying the Star Wars series is a female-driven action mystery thriller with martial arts elements that will take us into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era, shooting between May and November. Very, very important stuff here, and it talks about Amanda Stenberg, who was mentored for the role of Aura, who's going to be the main character of the series, presumably. And so it kind of gives us all of this, and it gives us the keyword of paradox, which is what the series is kind of codenamed. And that's a lot of interesting information in just this little slip from November. And so that's kind of the basis of where we're going off here. And the Bespin Bulletin article is titled The Acolyte to Film from May until November in the United Kingdom. So this came out within the last 2 days, and it says here that according to the last issue of Production Weekly, the Leslie Headland series will film in the United Kingdom for 6 months. So it's going to be probably a little bit of a long show. But again, the Book of Boba, apparently Tamora was away for 7 months shooting it. So maybe it'll be around that same 6 to 7 episode kind of thing as well. But we'll see. It says here that during the summer discussing film reported that The Acolyte would film at Pinewood Studios in London from February of 2022. Following the report, Bespin Bulletin and a few others mentioned that they had heard at the early start of 2022 at Pinewood for the High Republic era series, which it does seem, this would be a High Republic era series. So months later, Production Weekly listed the Acolyte for May, but the location was listed as Los Angeles and not United Kingdom as previously reported. So in the latest issue of Production Weekly, they report that the Acolyte is slated to begin filming in May, but not in Los Angeles, in the United Kingdom instead. And that's kind of what they had originally heard, like I said previously. And so their sources have told them on several occasions over the past few months that Pinewood was gearing up for Star Wars production, with pre-production starting recently, and it seems to be for the Acolyte, which was the assumption, obviously. And then they kind of said that the list filming on the series running from May until November, which is pretty in line with the current Star Wars TV productions. The Book of Boba Fett filmed from November 2022 until June 2021. Kenobi filmed from April 2021 to August 2021. Yeah, August 2021, I guess. I think there was still some filming being done in September, but who knows. The Mandalorian is set to film from September 2021 to March 2022, and Andor filmed from November 2020 until August of 2021. But Andor has higher episode count as well, so don't really rely on the volume. But basically, the location was believed, in this to be Los Angeles at one point, and it's really going to be in the UK. So it's pretty interesting stuff. It goes on to kind of talk about Amanda Stenberg in the lead role, and how she recently starred in Dear Evan Hansen, and is probably best known for starring in The Hate You Give Everything the Eddie. I don't know what that is, and I've honestly never really seen much of her stuff, so interesting to get into. She can also be seen in the next upcoming film, Bodies, alongside Pete Davidson, The Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, apparently. I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. The Acolyte is being written and showrun by Leslie Headland, and Headland is best known for creating the hit series Russian Doll. So it'll be interesting, man. I think Acolyte is going to be a good show. I honestly can't wait for it, and it's cool to kind of get some news on the shooting of it, and it'll probably come out in 2023, as we can presume. I think we talked about it recently as well, but The Mandalorian, a lot of people are kind of wondering or like a little bit worried if it's going to release in 2022 or 2023. And honestly, at this point, we can hope that it's going to come out at the end of 2022 and be that kind of December slate like Book of Boba is right now, where we're going to probably get an episode, maybe 2 in December, and then probably get most of the series in the beginning of 2023, which that honestly would not be that big of a deal to me. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. Tim says, I hope we get Yoda in the Acolyte. Dude, that would be sick. Me too. Goku says, I shall call the main character Oreo. Darth Oreo. Good. Do it, Oreo. That's very good, though. That'd be great. HOA MC President says, yep, Tim, Yoda would be dope AF. Dude, tell me about it, right? Mark Bailey, what's up, bro? Welcome back. He says, yeah, when I sent this, I really don't know how to make about martial arts in it. I'm just excited to see the High Republic in live action. Yeah, the martial arts element and kind of the dark Sith kind of stuff that it talks about in here. So again, it says that it's a female driven, which of course, like, people are gonna trip over that, and they probably threw that in there just to trigger the fanboys and like the Phantom Menace. It's a female driven action mystery thriller with martial arts elements that will take us into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic. Really interesting there. Someone pointed out that maybe it's going to be it sounds almost like the Night Sisters kind of thing, and that would be really, really interesting. I think there's been talks of that in the past, but I'm really hoping it is like a Sith Acolyte. And maybe it is someone that's like, a Night Sister that becomes a Sith Acolyte and like maybe even Master to Tenebris or something. That would be really, really interesting stuff. Your friendly neighborhood Green Bear says, I feel like Acolyte is KK's baby and will be trash. But I'm here for the ride. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not going to say nothing. Hey, big shout out to Tim. Go check out Vader's Lair on Twitter. Big shout out. Go follow us. Go check us out. We do a lot of tweeting on the tweeters. So check us out there. I actually really enjoy interacting with people on Twitter. So if you do want to interact with me, feel free to DM, whatever. We can talk about any kind of Star Wars anytime. Mike Porter, my good homie. How are you doing? Welcome to the new year, my man. 2022, here we go. Tim says, I think it would have been better if they wouldn't market it as female driven. Like, who cares? We want a good story, and everything about it sounds pretty good so far. So whatever. Nah, I'm with you, bro. Again, like, they kind of just that's what I'm saying though with them. Like, they do this little stuff, and it's almost like they do it on purpose or something. Like, because why would you do that? You don't have to put that. And like, maybe that's not for public consumption anyway, but they know the fandom menace and different people like that are gonna see this kind of stuff. So I don't understand it. I don't. Whatever though. Mike Porter says, I'm glad you're going tonight. How you doing? Hey, I'm doing great, man. 2022 is a big year. I'm excited for Star Wars. Probably not going super long tonight. I'm probably maybe another 5-10 minutes. We'll see, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be streaming. We're going to be doing a lot more content here, Mike Porter. So buckle up, man. Buckle up. Let's go, man. Let's go for a ride. Mark Bailey says, this would be the first mention of Sith and High Republic, right? I think there's been a few kind of dabbles of it, but not really like a full-on, like, you know, Sith character. So no, there wouldn't be anything like that just yet. As far as I know, if somebody in here reads the High Republic comics, at least in the Discord, I can't remember. Jedi Mike does, and he probably would know better than I on that, to be honest. So if he does pop up in here, definitely ask him, and he might know, Mark Bailey. But to my knowledge, no, there aren't any like actual Sith characters or anything in the High Republic yet. Mike Porter says Star Wars is going to do great in the future. I think so too, man. What's up, dude? Trust me, bro. Hey, Kendall. How's it going, Master Kunch? Hope you're doing good, Sensei. Welcome to the new year, my brother. Goku said, so is the rule of two ain't around this time? Wouldn't they be trying to kill the Acolyte, kind of like when Palps went to fight Maul and Savage? Not unless the Acolyte is, because, okay, like, I get what you're saying with that, but Maul and Savage were trying to take the power. Like, think of Asajj Ventress or Grievous. Like, she could be kind of like a secret apprentice even to maybe the apprentice of a Sith Master, or she is the apprentice to the Sith Master. One of the, you know, one of those kind of things. And maybe by the, you know, at some point in the series, she could become the main Sith and have, you know, Tenebris as her student or something, or maybe Tenebris is even her master, and, or, you know, maybe she's even the student before Palpatine that Darth Plagueis had. That would be really interesting as well. Because, you know, Plagueis, you know, prolonged his life for quite a while. I'm sure Tenebris probably did too, so. Your friendly neighborhood Green Bear says, nobody reads the High Republic stuff and they keep pushing it like drug dealers. Oh my god. You're not kind of wrong, but I do think you're wrong, though. I see a lot of people on Twitter that are big High Republic fans, and almost like High Republic stans more than anything, you know what I'm saying? But I personally don't have anything wrong with the High Republic. I'm starting to read most of the stuff, so I think it's really cool, pretty interesting stuff as it is. So I don't have any problem with the High Republic. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my gosh, what a name. Jedi something Sensei says, with great power comes great something. Wow. Hey, good to see you here, Jedi something Sensei. Oh my goodness. Goku says, okay, yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. I predict Boba episode 2 will be fire, says Mike Porter. Hey, it will be. It probably will be. I think it's really going to ramp up around episode 3 or 4. And obviously the last couple episodes are going to be fire. kinda, but I think we might even be setting up for season 2 of Book of Boba. Yeah, no, I did. Get out of here, your friendly neighborhood green bear. Yes, rule of 2 would still apply. Yeah, as HOMC president. That's kind of what I was saying too. Real quick though, I do want to give you guys one last little news update, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Obi-Wan is listed as coming soon in Disney Plus. You heard that right. The most anticipated, I think, show this year is listed as coming soon. So it does appear we kind of have full confirmation now. Obi-Wan is going to be coming out before the Andor series this year. And it's apparently coming soon. Probably, in my opinion, within the next 3 to 4 months. Probably by May. And that is actually pretty soon. 2022 is here, man. The freaking ride has begun. I can't wait, man. Star Wars, we killing it this year. So, I'm about to get out of here. If there's any last comments or questions you guys have, or any kind of reactions to Obi-Wan being listed as coming soon, let me know in the chat. Yeah, Kendall says coming soon could mean 6 months. Yeah, it could mean that, but come on, man. They also have it. The other things listed with it are Eternals, Ice Age, and Kenobi. So Eternals coming soon. It probably is. It came out a little bit ago in the theaters. So, you know, Shang-Chi came out on Disney Plus not too long after that. If it's listed with Eternals and Ice Age, I imagine within the next month or two, Eternals is probably dropping on Disney Plus. Probably the next 2 to 3 months, we're probably getting Ice Age, maybe 4 months. And then in the next 4 to 6 months, we're getting Kenobi. That's still soon. It's still soon, man. It's still soon. We have a lot of stuff until then, a lot of good content on the way. Book of Boba Fett's only begun, and within the next 2 months, we're getting the end of this. So it's going to be a good time, man. 2022, buckle up. It just builds up the hype a little bit more, knowing Kenobi is only a few months away. Eternals is like January 12th. Well, then that's very soon. That's very soon. That's pretty soon then. So who knows? Maybe Kenobi 3 to 4, maybe 5 months. Definitely within the next 5 months, I think. And hey, yeah, let me read your hot take. They could also take it off. They could take it off coming soon. No, they could, but why would they put it up there in the first place? Well, then again, I mean, come on. It is Lucasfilm. At this point, don't even expect anything. We're not getting any Kenobi series or anything like that. The Book of Boba sucks and Hot take, Morrison is not a good actor and needs to keep his helmet on. What are you, the New York Times? Get out of here. No, I've actually heard a lot of people that didn't enjoy that first episode, so we'll see, man. I think the rest of the season and series is going to be lit. Book of Sloba. That's a good one. That's a good one. Tim said, I think we're getting Bad Batch season 2 May 4th. That'd be cool. It's possible. I think it'll be a little bit later than that, but it's possible. I think May we're getting Kenobi, and they're probably not going to release Kenobi congruently with the Bad Batch, especially because it's probably 6 episodes. So Trinity is not happy with the thing they squirted in Boba's face. Yeah, I've seen the memes. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for chilling in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Before we go, make sure to smash the like button. My goodness. Smash the like button for me. Hit that subscribe if you are new here. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for being here again. Happy New Year to everybody. What else? I'm very, very much into the process on the book, or the full story of Boba Fett Part 2. So if you guys want to check out Part 1 and then catch up with Part 2 when it comes out, at some point we're going to release probably all 3 or 4 parts, or however many I do in one big video. But The first part was about a 6-minute video, so if you guys want to check that out, go do it. Part 2 is going to be a little bit longer, as we're going to be talking about Boba during the Clone Wars and kind of recapping his character arc until the Book of Boba at this point. So thank y'all for being here. And yes, you did just miss the whole stream, but thank you, Trinity, for being here. Much love. Mike Porter says, did you hear Boba doesn't dance because he has 2 left? Fett. Oh my god. there's dad joke Porter there for you. thanks for being here, though. Thank you guys for being here. Peace out, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your 2022. Peace. Before we leave, much love, Trinity. We got a lot more content coming. I want to try and get at least 4 kind of videos or streams, or a combination of the bunch done almost every freaking week this year. And although Trinity wants to tell us that we can't change, the content's coming, man. The content's coming, and Star Wars might actually be lit this year, so let's go.